What's up guys, John here with Team Legit, and today I'm excited for a new product that we got, and I'm going to do a quick tutorial for you. No, it's not the Dominator V2, although these are our favorite goggles. These have been the best of all times. They lack a couple different things, like the new goggles have, the Dom V3s and the Dom HD V2s. They don't have the faceplate, they don't have the extra battery, and they don't come with the bigger case to house the faceplate. However, what they do lack, which is the most functional, is this guy right here. This is the new upgraded DVR kit for the Fat Shark Dominator V2s. What this basically does is replaces the DVR that's in your Dominator V2s currently and upgrades it to the V3 and the HD V2 standards. And what does that mean? It gives you better recording. It doesn't have the little squiggly lines in the bottom when it's trying to select between NTSC and PAL. It does auto detect. And lastly, it's got the super cap built in. What does that mean? Have you ever had those flights when you're out flying around, you have that epic session, you land, you're all excited, and you say, I can't wait to see the DVR footage, and out of your excitement you unplug the battery because you don't want it to die so you can keep flying, and you realize that when you unplug the battery, the DVR didn't shut down correctly, therefore it didn't write the file. So you don't get to keep that epic footage. Well, this piece of hardware right here fixes that. So today we're going to show you guys how to replace the Fat Shark Dominator V2 DVR to the new upgraded DVRs. So let's get started. Okay, first thing you're going to need is a nice precision Phillips screwdriver, Dominator V2s, and the Fat Shark update cable. Let's do a quick unboxing or unbagging of the video cable, the DVR. I just released China air. I just released China air into the US atmosphere. Alright, in the kit you're going to get the actual DVR. You're going to get a very nice step-by-step instruction manual. It's got nice pictures on there and it kind of shows you how to do it. You also get 3 ribbon cables. Now you're going to need to swap out the ribbon cable that's in it now. The one that we're going to be concerned with is the one that has the traces that jump over to the center here. There's a white one and there's also another yellow one with the traces that line up correctly. The white one is for the Dominator HD V2, so if you're replacing the DVR because maybe you broke it or something, this is what you would use for the HD V2s. This would be for the Dominator V3s. The one we're going to use is this little guy right here. And this little ribbon plugs directly into the new DVR. What you'll do is there's these little gray tabs. We're going to undo those tabs. Right now I'm just prepping up the DVR for the new system. It's tricky to get these guys to line up and slide in. Alright, once you got the ribbon cable in, you're going to pull back on these 2 tabs to lock it into place. And now we're going to move on to the goggles. Okay, so if you've got the goggle and you've already upgraded it to the new faceplate mod, go ahead and remove the faceplate, disconnect the battery, remove your SD card. We're going to pull the head strap off. We're going to pull the eye cups off if you have not upgraded to the faceplate. Next, we're going to pop all the doors off. Now we're going to take our screwdriver. There's 3 screws. There's one behind the PS2 port, there's one in the center, and one between the headphone and the HDMI jack. Real quick, before we do that, I'm going to use this little red piece of foam that came with my kit to work on. And the reason for that is you'll have some little buttons that we're going to transfer over to the new DVR. So make sure you just pull those up. You don't have to use pliers or anything. If you use your fingernail, you can pop those guys off. But I'm going to use this foam so these guys don't get scratched up. Okay, now these screws are a little bit harder to get out because they're in there pretty deep. I'm going to put these screws here off to the side. I do want to let everybody know at home right now that if you do this mod, this will void your warranty. So you are taking a chance by doing this. So I would only suggest the technical people to do this. If you have no idea what you're doing, find a dealer, find somebody that knows what they're doing, and then ship it into them or drop it off or take it into a store that knows what they're doing. All right, once these screws are all released, the best way I found to take the two pieces apart is take your thumb and apply some pressure right here behind in the middle of the eye cups, and then gently push the sides up, and it comes up and apart. And then don't pull them directly apart. As you see, there's a little tab right here that holds them in. So when you apply pressure, it pushes that tab back and you can get the goggles spread apart. Then very carefully and gently, you're going to pull up on the cases here. You're going to have a ribbon cable here on the side, and you're going to also have another wire set right here that we're going to go ahead and disconnect. First, this wire tends to be strung up pretty tight, so kind of gently wiggle that guy loose, and then we're going to disconnect that guy. Now we're going to move on to the ribbon cable on the other side, and the way we're going to do that is the same thing like we installed the ribbon cable on the DVR. There's two little tabs right here, and we're going to just gently push those tabs up on both sides. We're going to gently slide the ribbon cable out, and now we've disconnected the top half. Actually, this is now the bottom half. Be sure to be careful of your screws. Mine decided they want to come out now. We don't want to lose those guys. Okay, next we're going to remove the LCDs and gently roll them back. As you'll see, there is another ribbon cable here, and that's the one we're going to be replacing. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently pull these two tabs back. We're going to slide the ribbon cable out very gently, okay? And then we're going to disconnect the previous DVR. Again, it's very important that you have your SD card removed. All right, if you very gently pull up on the edges here, the DVR will come out. This ribbon cable that is attached here with some goopity gook, so you want to be careful and just kind of pull this back. All right, so this is a, as you can see, the QC was checked on this particular DVR. All right, we're concerned with this ribbon cable. We're going to transport this over to the new device. Again, we're going to pop these little tabs up and gently pull the ribbon cable out. It's very important you guys are careful with these ribbon cables because they're very fragile. We're going to take our new DVR. Before we drop it into place, we're going to slide our ribbon cable in. Now this is the ribbon cable that feeds the video into the DVR, the video from your receiver into the DVR. All right, make sure the ribbon cable is seated nicely. Then we're going to lock it down by pushing back on these little tabs. Okay, and as you can see on the DVR, this is the super cap. This is what holds just enough power to tell the DVR to write the file to the SD card. Pretty neat little contraption. All right, now we're going to drop our new updated DVR back into the top of the faceplate, into the actual goggles themselves. Want to make sure they're seated correctly. What I like to do is take the two little screws, set the DVR, make sure it fits in there nice and snug. Grab an SD card and make sure it slides in. Perfect. Okay, so after you've made sure that your SD card fits, we're going to insert the other ribbon cable into the LCD drivers. There isn't a lot of wiggle room here, so we got to get it right. So once you get the ribbon cable inserted, you can go ahead and lock it in. We're going to go ahead and drop our LCDs down. Okay, so now we've got that guy down there. We're going to install the ribbon cable on the right first, on my right side, which goes into the receiver port. All right, once you got that ribbon cable in there, very gently lock it into place. We're going to go ahead and connect the head tracker side. There we go. All right, one thing I like to do with the LCD drivers when I'm putting the goggles back together, push them all the way into the closest position. As you can see, they move. So push them all the way into the closest position and move your diopter adjusters all the way to the beginning position as well. Line up your goggles, but before you snap it, make sure you don't have any of the ribbon cables pinched or sticking out. So make sure those are tucked away nicely. And make sure we don't got any other cables pinched. And just snap your goggles shut. All right, now before we button it down, I'm going to go ahead and power it on. Make sure we don't get any of that wonderful magic smoke. Now we've got image. As you see, the LED light just came on and then turned back off. I believe that's the boot up screen. So let's stick our SD card in there. We're going to turn on our DVR. The way you do that is you hold down the head tracker button. As you see, our DVR booted up. We got single beep, means that it's recording. Double beep means that it has written the file. Single beep is recording. And now, the ultimate test. Time to unplug the goggles. I lost my epic flight. Just kidding. Let's go ahead and plug it back in. Give it a second to boot up. And now we're recording. All right, guys, we're gonna let that record for a second real quick. I just wanted to show you guys how to do that real quick, how to install your DVR. Now the only thing left to do is put everything back together. You're gonna put your 3 screws on. You're gonna install your buttons for your head tracker and your image adjustment. So we're going to take our screws. Okay, let's install our buttons. They're just simple squares. I don't know if you're one of those circle and the square kids or not, but if you're not, you just take the little square, line it up, press fit it down, take the other side, line it up, install your doors. And now the most difficult part is putting the strap back on. The strap does have a right and a left. You have to remember your battery saddles up in the right side where the battery cable is. And lastly, if you want to put the eye cups on, this is pain in the butt. Alright guys, that concludes the DVR upgrade video, the tutorial video. So one quick note that I wanted to mention, if you guys are going to do this upgrade kit and you have ordered the LaForge diversity module from us, now would be a good time to actually install that too, get a nice clean install. If you plan to run the wires inside the goggles while you have it opened, it'd be a good idea to run this guy into your goggles, the wire, and keep a nice clean flush look. You don't have to run the diversity every time. If you take a little wire and just leave it there, if you want to add the diversity, you can pop it in, but you'll get a nice clean install with that. There's a little bit of modifications for that, and we'll try to bring you guys a video for that. Also, stay tuned. We're going to bring you guys the LaForge diversity module, show you all the cool different functions and things like that. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you upgrade your DVR, don't forget to give the like button. This directly correlates to my ego. If you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, don't forget to do that. That way you can stay up to date with the latest and greatest in FPVs. And as always, I'm Johnny with Team Legit. Thanks for watching, guys. Today I got another exciting product for you guys. This is another anticipated product, and we've got your first look at it. One of the cooler functions here is the auto search function. It's also got a mini spectrum analyzer here. You can hit band scan and it will tell you which bands or which frequencies have broadcasting on. And you've got the diversity setup screen. Now as you can see, it's on auto, but you can select it to individual antennas if you like.